Alright, it has been a few hours since the decal was colored in. It's semi-dry. With glitter, it's really easy to see if it's dry because it becomes pretty much clear, and as you can tell, it still looks white. The rest of them, I pretty much just know it usually takes about 2 to 3 hours to dry, if not longer. I try to give the bigger pieces a whole day to dry. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to redo the outline so that I can see it better, or see it again. So going to go ahead, and the reason why it's good to do the outline a second time after you've done it is, again, when I said that it's layering. So I am going to end up doing the inside again. And the background this time is Family Feud. Alright, so about the spitting, it's okay, you don't have to worry about it. Usually you can just wipe it off if you're not in a case where you can wipe it off, such as right now when most of mine is still drying. So if I wipe it right now, I'm just going to end up with a big old mess. You can cut it off with scissors or with a razor blade, whichever one you prefer. So it is an easy fix when it decides to splatter. Or if it splatters within your piece, what you can do is just cover it up with fabric paint. That's one of the better things about this craft, is if you do make mistakes, it's easy to cover them up. The only mistake that you can't cover up is if the thing decides to fold in on itself after you're done. After that, you're pretty much stuck and it refuses to come unstuck. Sometimes it'll come unstuck and then you're happy, but sometimes it doesn't. And so that's the reason why I try to make my pieces a little thicker, especially when they're big pieces, and if I end up having to redo the whole thing, it would be such a pain. And the thicker it is, the better chances of you being able to unstick it. So this is me redoing my outline. So, and as you can see, I'm not completely touching it. That's because my paint is only semi-dry and I don't want to accidentally cause it to run. As you can see, that paint just, I don't know if you saw it, but it just shifted because it is still semi-wet, but it didn't smear because the top area is dry. The reason why I'm doing this is simply because I'm hoping that tomorrow I can go in and start on the second layer, just because I have the time. Look at that, I already erased one of my mistakes from when I was coloring it in. No eraser necessary, just another layer. And then I'm going to fill in some of the holes that have developed since it's dried. There's only a couple that I've seen, but I'll also show you how to find them when you don't have the window. Such as in my last video, I showed you guys how to do it with the window. I'm also only going to redo the outline on the fairy herself, and not, well, on the fairy's body and not the wings, because the wings, for the outline, it's actually being covered. You saw that it got covered, and once it shows, once it dries, the coloring will show through the wings, which will look really cool. Not as cool as with some of my fairy wings, but it will look cool. Actually, I like that thin eye, but I'll be able to recreate it. I just want to know where it is. Her mouth is looking wacky. I'm hoping I can fix that. Alright, so that's her. Do I want to redo? And I'm also not going to redo the outline on the hair because I'm going to end up glazing over the whole thing with that color, and